Hello everyone, welcome back to the workshop. Today we have let's call it the small, so I think that's what we've been called in our video series, Trident Maple, that we did the drastic restyling of a couple years back. It is still healing this major wound back here, which is fine. We cut it last year and we got about a ½ inch to quarter to ½ inch of growth as far as healing is concerned. Just about everything else on this tree is completely healed. This one here has just a little bit left, nothing much. Got a few small ones down here that are closed over now. This one in the front's closed over now. So it's well on its way. We're going to go ahead and work on this one today. We're going to do some more branch trimming on it, get everything more compacted, and we're going to cut back what we don't need and keep what we want to keep, and just kind of get it back into shape. I'm going to go ahead and re-wound that large scar area on the back as well, so we can get that to continue closing up for us, and do some weeding. Now that it's in a bonsai pot, we got to make sure even though it's a pre-bonsai pot, this is nowhere near its final pot by any stretch, but we're going to keep some weed control on it, make it look a little bit better. We still have the fern. The fern got killed back a little bit this winter. It did get fairly cold, but the fern is still here and it's still going strong. It's actually starting to come out now. May cut some of this back as well, just kind of tidy it up. So let's go ahead and get started. The tools I'm going to use today are going to be threefold, I believe. We're going to use the small concave cutter. We're going to use the large concave cutter, and we're going to use a pair of pruning shears. So the first thing I want to do on this tree is figure out our apex. And what I'm looking at here is, obviously this is taken over as the apex, and I've let it do that because I want to get some growth. I want to get the energy transferred up to the top of the tree to keep healing these wounds that we have. And it's been doing that, and it's been doing it pretty well. But I think we need to readjust our apex just a little bit. And what I'm thinking is we need to move our apex to this one right here. Okay, this branch right here. And the reason I say that is because we need the apex to come back over this way some more. If you look at the trunk of the tree, it kind of comes over this. We need to get it back over this way so it's more in the center line of the tree. So I think that's what we'll do, is we'll remove that current wannabe apex in favor of this smaller one and turn it into the new apex of the tree. Yeah, because the way it's going right now, it's just too... We need more movement back over to the other side of the tree. We need that movement to move back over to this side of the tree more. So I don't want this thing to be really long and lanky. Matter of fact, I've got this branch right here that I may wire into position as the new apex and let it go way over there. Not real sure. We'll keep our options open for sure. Look at a lot of this stuff down here. The squirrels have really done a number on this bottom branch. I've still got a decent amount of bottom branch here to work with. Just need to kind of figure out what to do. I think I'm going to wire this into position before I trim it too much more. Get it wired in position is the question. Yeah, we should be able to get that wired into position without a problem. And we should get that one wired. Okay, good. I'm going to wire those before we trim those much. So let's come come on over here and work on this. And again, I'm just going around the tree. Got two branches growing out of the same location here. Don't need that. I just want to keep one. Take it back to a set of two. Pretty simple. I think that's where we are on this tree. I'm going to go ahead and do some wiring. I want to get this apex into position, and this branch here and this branch here. I need to do a little wiring to this tree to get. I need to get these two branches down here moved into position. Let's go ahead and zoom in a little bit. Alright, we got the tree wired into position. Now what I'm doing is I'm just coming back and tidying up the wires. Some of this stuff I'm going to be cutting the wires and the branch back at the same time. Of course, again, anything growing straight up needs to come off. Cut as far back as we can on everything else. And there you have it. That's what we're looking like for this year. Pretty straightforward. We did not a whole lot. Again, I'm going to scar this wound in the rear. You guys don't need to see that. It's pretty straightforward. Reseal that as well. I'm going to let this grow freely as the apex now, so it can get a little bit thicker, the thickness in between these two. And then I'm going to cut it way back. I've got some lower buds here that I'm securing as the apex once this thickens up in this area. So we'll get that taken care of this growing season. A little bit of fertilizer, not a lot. Again, we're trying to kind of work on two things at once now with this tree. We want to kind of get tertiary twig development as well as a little bit of growth for the apex, which I think we can accomplish with just a light fertilizer application. And get it back out on the bench and see how she does. This part right here that you see, this back branching area here, I've got two buds right here and right here. I'm gonna end up cutting this back too once we get to that point, so we won't have to worry about this being too far out. I'd rather have this come out with two branches here to make 8 in this small area versus just this long thing with 2 way out here. So yeah, we'll get it taken care of, get it back out on the bench, and see how she develops this year. Thank you for watching.